Hey, welcome to the Danger Zone. It's Ashley. Everything in this video can be found on a public domain, and the full disclaimer is down below. I urge everybody to do their own research. I'm just trying to bring a little entertainment our way. Lots of love and many blessings your way. I think it's safe to say their privacy has come and gone. What's next? I imagine they'll soon offer a subscription service monthly to where we can all dial in online and watch them 24/7. I'm serious. I wouldn't be surprised, not one single bit. Okay, so here's the latest, y'all. So when she got, her little Good Samaritan speech going on CNN, wanting to make sure everybody knew the value of food and how important it was to have the proper nutrition, which was just a build-up of her massive investment into that mushroom/oat milk turmeric concoction that she's peddling these days. That's all it was about. So the royal family are so upset over it. They found the entire situation tacky. Now, we've all heard this. It's been out a couple of days. However, after Oprah gets on Instagram and decides she's going to show everybody how delicious it is, 19 million sheep evidently invested in a sack of this stuff, and it generated $1 million worth of sales. Well, guess what? The entire situation upset the Queen so much, she felt it was quote-unquote tacky. So the royals' legal team cut all ties with Harry and Meghan over this. Their Brexit agreement, they have to follow protocol no matter what. If you're going to make money over here, you're going to do this, you have to run it by the legal advisors. Well, of course they didn't do that. And Meghan said this is something she did on her own, non-affiliated with Harry. And of course it turns out that's not the case. His money, their money, invested in this company, which the royal family find to be quite a risk, considering if somebody has an adverse reaction and they're not even aware of the investment made in this company, it could really come back to bite them through Harry and Meghan, due to the fact that it's a food product. Anything edible, anything food grade that's affiliated in any way with any royal family member has to go through a massive process. And because they didn't follow the rules, they didn't even let the royal family know this is what we're doing. Their legal advisors, their legal team said, no way. This is a risk we're not willing to take, which I think is very smart of their legal team. I'm personally curious, if someone has a bad reaction to this latte, is Oprah going to flip the bill when they're sued? Before we get on with it, I want to ask you guys a question, and if you don't mind, I'd love to hear your opinion on this. Aside from all the updates she's done to her skin and her face, did anything else jump out at y'all? She looked totally dead in the eyes, and they were so glassy and red. Something was just not right. Now, we've always heard that they, were users of some sort. Hey, I'm not passing judgment in that regard. I have been an addict most of all of my adult life, and as somebody that's been in recovery and sober for years and years, it's pretty easy to tell what folks are doing just by their appearance. Is it just me, or do you guys see it too? I feel bad for anybody that has a problem. Okay, you guys, so let's get on with this. So getting on with it, Meghan's meaning to make millions and millions of dollars really fast. She's taking any offer, pushing Harry in every direction to make money before March gets here. This is just a prime example of what hypocrites they are. And we talked about this in the last video a little bit. Anything that's successful for anybody else, Meghan seems to leap on it with all force. There's a group of teenagers that host a podcast, and it's all about teenage therapy. Well, Meghan and Harry had them over at a rented house and did some sort of little podcast with them. Well, that's where they got this idea from. And so now they've signed up with Spotify for several years, and it's a $30 million contract. She does not have a brain of her own, evidently. She has to snag everybody else's creativity.
No, say it, because I think it sounds really nice with your accent.
What, ultra audio?
Yeah.
Ultra audio.
I mean...
Really?
Shall we?
Yeah, let's do it. Hi guys, I'm Harry.
And I'm Meghan. One of the things my husband and I have always talked about is our passion for meeting people and hearing their stories.
And no matter what the story, they usually offer you an understanding of where someone else is coming from, and at the same time remind you in some way of a story about yourself.
And that's what this project is all about, to bring forward different perspectives and voices that perhaps you haven't heard before, and find our common ground. Because when that happens, change really is possible.
And you know, this is also a moment to celebrate kindness and compassion, something we saw in so many places this year, and which will underlie everything you hear from Archwell Audio. So that's what we're up to. And first up
is a holiday special.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ding, 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 ding. We can't wait to share it with you. It'll be out later this month.
We're talking to some amazing people. They're going to share their memories that have really helped shape this past year, which has been, as we know, a difficult one for everyone.
So many people have been through so much pain this year, experiencing loss, a huge amount of uncertainty. But it feels worth acknowledging that 2020 has connected us in ways we could have never imagined, through endless acts of compassion and kindness.
And what really matters is clearer now more than ever.
So here's what you need to do. Tap follow right now. Go ahead, go on, tap follow. And that way you won't miss out. You'll be able to hear new shows from Archwell Audio as soon as they drop.
We're so excited. So follow and listen for free only on Spotify. We'll meet you back here soon.
Happy holidays.
Cheers.
And welcome to Archwell Audio.
Now he has a podcast voice.
Wait a minute. Was it not those two that said the internet was a really rotten place to be? I think it was. Now they seem to be quite cozy online. 2020's been nothing but good to Harry and Meghan. They're $151 million up in the game. The rest of us have felt the loss. The rest of us have had a hellacious experience, but not those two. So I know I, for one, will not be tuning in. Here's what was just put out there. They have their planner going through a 24-month calendar. Everything is to be lined up on their podcast parallel to what William and Catherine have planned for the next 2 years. They're trying to overshadow them. In their mind, they're in competition. It's not that serious. Live and let live. What's wrong with these people? It was also released this morning that they had pre-planned Megxit before even getting married. Well, we all kind of knew that. But what they said was Harry and Meghan knew exactly which route, which avenues to take financially to have the most benefit from their time spent in the royal family, knowing they were going to leave the royal family. That being said, they should be made to pay back every dime they've ever put their finger on affiliated with the royal family. That's how I feel. They should be made to pay it all back. Wedding, the whole shebang. I hope you're having a good day today. I'll see you soon and we'll talk fast. Please stay safe and be blessed.